look, we're outside. I've been doing a bit of gardening, and you'll notice that I got into something, and it's not poison ivy that I'm aware of. I've never gotten poison ivy, although there was a lot of poison ivy in here. And I've cleared out a spot here, and I don't know if you can see that or not. I'll bring it up a little like this. Now I'm on the other side of the camera, so we have some Lobelia alba, so it's going to be white. We have some transplanted lilac that is in a pot because it's not going to be here forever. And then that little tiny guy, you can see him right there, that is hellebore. So there's that. And then there's a little blank spot here. We have this lovely fern and a stone wall. And we come across like this. And then we have some lily of the valley. And these guys that look like they're... Ooh! Look at the green coming up there. Oh, yeah. All right. And that's only a day. And look at, we got one coming up here. Look at that green right there. Look at that green. Oh, would you look at that? Anyway, that's what Rick would say. Anyway, so that's that. So that's what I've been doing. Whoops, as I try and drop the camera. I'm vlogging outside. Oh my. Anyway, so that's why I really haven't been doing much with the organ and haven't been practicing and haven't been doing things like that. If you look behind me on the other side of that tree, you see that large greenery. That is what this used to look like. So all of this has been cleared out by me all the way to the tree, and also on the other side of the road, if we can get up there, you can see I trimmed a bunch of stuff, and we have that, and there's that, and that is all cleaned out all the way down to there. So this is what I've been doing. That's why I haven't been putting things onto the internet. Oh well. Anyway, I'll see you inside momentarily, and you'll see my face all swollen up and everything. Whatever. Okay. Hello. I have an idea for some, or at least for one more video that I want to do, which is informational, and still working on getting that together. Today I regulated the pedals, and I'll show you what I did. And also I installed the thumb pistons under the Great Manual, or the Grand Orgue. So you'll see photos of that. I did not do any video on that. I'm working on setting up the pistons for... Ooh, that's better. Setting up the pistons for my presets. Haven't quite figured out how to do that and make them light up. I'm still working on it. I'll get there. So It's just a process of elimination. Anyway, so here's the video that I've kind of compiled and show you what I did today. And maybe at the end we'll have a little bit of music for any. Thank you for watching, and please remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I have to say that now. It helps with the algorithm, and it helps me pop up so that other people can see me. So it comes up in their feeds. So please do that. It's self-promotion, your time, you know. Anyway, here we go. So the first thing that we need to do is remove the bench. Oh, sugar. Sorry. There we are. Move that back out of the way, because this is what we're after. So we have to get these screws out. In order to get these out, these ones are Phillips head, and so I'm going to use my trusty thingamabob here. Now that those are out, we can lift this off and set it aside. Wow, it's dusty. So, what we have in here are the ends of the pedals. Here they are, and they're on a piece of metal, which, if you can see that silver thing, that's, I don't know, cantilever. And when you push down on this, it bends the little piece of metal and pushes the pedal down. But when the screws are loose, the pedals do this. See that? Instead of goes boing, 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 boing. That's not good. So this one right here, we have to tighten up. But I'm going to go through and I'm going to do them all and make them all the same, well, resistance. But we'll just refer to it as resistance. I don't know. The same pressure needed to push down. Anyway, you get it. So I'm going to go through and do that now. So you may have noticed that these items here were included in the picture of what I needed for my pedal regulation. And the reason this is needed is because the piece of wood that the silver strip goes on, which is the cantilever, you can't really see, but I don't know if you can see a little crack here above my finger. Maybe. Anyway, I leaned on the pedal board and it was already cracked, but it broke right off. So what I had to do was put it back in place and put bolts through, and that's what these guys are for, is to tighten the bolts and make sure everything is good. So I need to do that before I start regulating to make sure that that is in place where it needs to be. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but now that I've tightened up that piece, we're going to start tightening up this is that A-sharp that's much better. So we want to do everything. This one's a little loose. That one's, yeah. Those are all the sharps. Now I'm going to do these eyes a little loose. The ones that get used more often are usually the ones that loosen up. All right, now that is done, and I am going to leave the piece, the back piece there, the cover, if you will. I'm going to leave it off for about a week. And it has nothing to do with anything other than if I find that one pedal is too tight or too loose, it's easy access. And if after a week of playing everything is good, I will put it back on. All right, so that does that. We've tightened up all those happy little screws down there at the back of the pedals, so now you can, and they work good, and I think I did all right. We shall see. Yay. Woohoo! So a couple other tidbits of information. My motherboard on my mega computer needed a BIOS update. This is the second one. And so I did that yesterday, and oh my word, it is stressful to say the least, because if you do the wrong thing and hit the wrong button, then you have a very large paperweight. So when you go to do it, it says, do you really want to do this? You say yes, and no, it says, do you want to do this? And you say yes, and then it says, do you really want to do this? It's like, yes, I do, I need to. Anyway, so that's all updated, and that's why I took on the challenge of doing other organ maintenance work today. The thumb pistons, which we'll see pictures of here shortly, or maybe already have. I don't know. So the thumb pistons, there are some pins that stick down out of the keyboard, and this has to go up into them and then get screwed in. So I had to take out the entire keyboard system and disassemble the entire thing, so that, well, I had to get to the grate and then flip it over and then put this thing on. And anyway, so, and then my brother was kind enough to help me get the keyboards back in, and it seems to be up and running. I have got still yet to program them. That is, at some point I need to start doing that. All right. What else? Anything else? I don't know. Whatever. There's probably me with glasses in a different one, and then my glasses come off, and then the glasses are on. It just happens that the glasses are in there. Oh, whatever. Okay, bye for now. This is a fugue that I'm working on, and have absolutely no idea how it's gonna be for recording, but we're gonna try it anyway. Now you see why I say this is what I'm working on. it's once I get it down, it'll be fun, quick and fun. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and as always, remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye for now.